which was really good. But we just kind of wanted to jump on and talk about the biggest takeaway from week one's assignments. I don't know if you, Andrea and Amy, wanted to discuss last week's call too, because we kind of skipped over it.
Yeah, we can do, maybe we do a little bit about both weeks.
Okay, so
We'll talk about last week's assignments because, like, last week we would have just been introducing ourselves and stuff since there weren't any assignments yet.
Okay, yeah, because that's what this week was, just reviewing assignments. So if everyone, I know that we did all the assignments last week and everyone was doing a good job at doing it. I actually slacked off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I got them done finally. Amy's probably shaking her head with the computer because I didn't post a video. She's check marking my name. But anyways, if everyone wants to or would like to share their biggest takeaway from week one, I'll go first. My biggest takeaway from week one that I learned, and I actually got this at the retreat too, was just to do it. The video about like co-leading and stuff, I feel like, I don't know why, I just always am like nervous about asking people to do the co-leader and then going into the coach conversion. And also doing my invites. I like slack, like I'll be like, oh, I just don't feel like doing them. But when I sit down and do them, I not only feel better about myself, but it keeps the ball rolling. And if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get anywhere. And secondly, organizing and prioritizing was one of my biggest things. For like the first 4 months of doing this, I would keep a schedule and loosely follow it, and then I'd see like everyone else post their schedule and I was just like downright amazed. So now I have my planner and I try to stick to it as much as possible. And I find that when I'm actually writing down what I'm going to do, if it's not crossed out, then my day's not over. So that and building the relationships. The relationships go a lot further than just the conversation. And I know that like forming someone and getting to know them is important, because even if you just get to know them now, you know, when you reconnect with them in 4 or 5 weeks about another challenge pack or something, they might be interested then, and you could always comment on something in their lifestyle and not sound like a complete stranger. Because I don't like when strangers reach out to me personally. But okay, that was those were my takeaways. Does anyone else want to share?
Mary Beth, do you want to just look at like the participant guide and just go write down the list of names? That's usually what I do.
Oh, okay. Amanda. Amanda. It just says Amanda.
Okay. Everybody. So one of the biggest things that I think I took away is that I really just need to jump out of my comfort zone. I've always been in like this little shell, afraid to do certain things, or afraid that I was going to like bug somebody or that I was going to irritate somebody. But I was watching my coach Brittany's video under one of the posts, and she said, you know what, it really doesn't matter, because what's the worst that they can do? Unfriend you as a friend on Facebook. So I really took a lot away from that. And I think my biggest thing from all the videos is to be consistent, always be inviting, always do personal developments, and just really get outside of my comfort zone.
Nice. Sorry, I was muted. Amanda Bagley. Is that how you say last name?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I really like the building relationships with people. It really helped. For the last couple months, I've been getting over being able to talk to people. So that's really good. I also really liked the whole organization thing that I learned. I started using I don't know if you guys can see it, but the activity tracker. And the contact list thing is like really thick, full of contacts. So I got myself very organized going on with that, and I set some really good goals. But yeah, mostly it's all about building the relationships with the people, and I'm starting to see that it's a lot easier now than it was earlier on. So that's about it.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
Amanda, what makes it easier now than from before?
Mostly just spending more time talking to them and getting to know them. I've been playing back and forth, leading with the challenge packs or leading with, hey, what's your biggest struggle? You know, whichever one. Some people, they like the challenge pack lead, and some people like the whole personal struggle lead. So it depends on the person, but usually I get more out of the struggle lead than the challenge pack lead.
Awesome. Cool.
Amy, do you want to go, or do you want us to skip over you?
I'll
You're so
go.
well seasoned.
Yeah, I mean, I created this group and I did most of the videos. So, but definitely for me, my biggest thing in like my success and stuff is through my organization. So I just wanted to emphasize that last week. I feel like a lot of people, you know, they get through Coach Basics and they still haven't gotten to Emerald yet. And a big part of that is just prioritizing your time and organizing and being efficient so that you don't have to spend hours. And I was just went to Super Saturday with one of Andrea's coaches, and she said it's not that she doesn't have the time to work on the business. It's just that as a new coach, it's overwhelming, and there's so much that it takes you a lot longer to do some tasks than it will in the future. So that's why I kind of wanted to like map out exactly like what I do every day and stuff. And then I really like Sarah's video on building relationships. She's always been really good at that, and that's definitely not one of my stronger points. So she's helped me with that. That's all.
Thank you. Annie Claudine, is that how you say it? No? Okay. Ariel?
Hi. Okay. So my biggest thing is from this week is treating it like a business. Before I was just like, okay, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I want. I'll try to do this. I'll try to do that. Now I'm like consistently focusing on doing everything. I'm doing my invites. Sorry. I'm doing my invites, and I'm making sure I'm getting at least 30. I'm doing follow-ups, and when I'm doing the invites, once I get the friend request, I am focusing on the forming, because that's where I lacked before. I never formed. So.
Well, that's good. Actually, that I didn't really treat it like a business until I went to the retreat, and I was around everyone, and they just kept talking, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I want this. Like, that was my like awakening. Beth? Should I skip over her? Does she want to talk?
Who, me?
Yeah, do you want to say anything?
I'm kind of a fly on the wall because I wasn't in this group. But Andrea, I was in the Shooting to Diamond, and she just dragged me over to here.
Yeah? How's the weather where you are? It's freezing here.
I said, hop on this next call.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm observing. But everything that Amy said, you know, everything that you're doing is exactly what you need to do. And my takeaway would be to you that it really isn't any harder than what you're doing. I mean, even if you look at a diamond or a 15-star diamond, it all starts with what you're doing this week. And it's just duplication over and over and over, you know? And as you invite, follow up, sign up a coach, you just keep doing the same thing. So people do get overwhelmed and think there's so much to this business. And it really, just like you've said, you become more confident just doing the vital behaviors. And it's really not more than that. So
Yes. Drill
Don't get intimidated.
Okay, thank you. Brandy?
So I'm not actually in the group. I just popped on for fun. But
We can't.
I haven't been. I know. I haven't been in one of these groups in a while, but I do remember like the Amy's videos on her schedule and having her show her notebook and how she does it and everything. And I actually think back on that all the time, and I use that to get myself organized. So I basically I've been just doing a list and putting on my list every day. I have my planner here. And I write down everything I want to do for that day. And then I just cross it off. And it's really helped me stay organized and has helped me do a lot better than I was before, because I was very overwhelmed and I thought I had so much to do. And I felt like I wasn't getting any of it done. So the list really helps me keep it all together.
Thank you. That's how I feel about my list. Brittany? Is she on? Does she want to share?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so my takeaway from this week is being consistent. If you are consistent every single day and you're doing the 3 vital behaviors, you will see and have success. And the other thing was having a to-do list. I kind of slacked with my to-do list over the past couple of weeks. But before, I really found it was easy to be consistent when I had a to-do list. There's a couple of us in a group message that we share our to-do list each day, and I find that helps so much. So that's a suggestion for everyone too. If you are making a to-do list, share it with somebody. It also helps hold you accountable. And seeing that list every day and being able to cross off those different items, you really honestly can't go to bed without having those items crossed off, because it makes you crazy. Well, it does for me anyways. So consistency and a to-do list are the 2 big things that I took away from the week.
I agree. Thank you. Elizabeth? California.
Hey. So there's actually a lot of things from this past week that have helped me. One of the major ones was The Slight Edge that we've all been reading. Annie actually gave me this book months ago, and I admit that I just finally got around to reading it.
Like in April.
Back in April, yeah. There's just so many books. It's like every month I join these groups and there's new books to read. So I finally was like, okay, I need to pick up this book and actually read it. And I'm
It's the best
in
one.
love. And just everything that he says, it's doing those same things consistently and over time and repeating them is what's going to make you outlast the other people. So it's starting with that penny or your goals and just being there and doing the actions to make that happen. Which I've also taken that to creating my to-do lists every single day. So it's those small little actions of making sure you're doing the invites. I've been trying to do between anywhere from like 30 to 100. The past couple of days I've been doing about 50 on Facebook and then running Instagram also. And then I've also been creating my goal sheets. So I broke down this. I actually got from the call from last Monday's, the National Wake Up Call. They talked about goal setting, and I broke it down to what I want for the year, what I want for the month, and then what I want for the week to break down to. So I showed Annie and Mary Beth all of my pages I made last night, but it was to get 5 coaches on a thread, I should pull them out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
2 challenge packs a week, get to Success Club every month, all of those goals, but just laying it out so that you can follow a specific plan every single day to get you to those bigger goals. And then they also talked about turning the business into actually helping people rather than focusing on selling people. So building those connections, which is what we've all talked about with the forming, is building that relationship, but to actually make it where you want to help somebody rather than just sell them the challenge pack and then walk away. So I created a group a couple of days ago with everyone that I've sold the challenge pack to since I started, to help keep them accountable and check in with them and build those relationships and keep them on track, because that's what this is really all about. And I would say that's everything that I got. There's a lot for 1 week.
Maybe you could share your list later in the group.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
I'll get those out.
Gisela?
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got in a little late, so I don't know what you want me to say. What?
We're just sharing our biggest takeaways from last week.
Okay. My big thing, I think, was organizing my time. I've never really been good with keeping schedules, so I downloaded the Passion Planner, and so that's been helping me a lot. And so I've been keeping lists, and posting that on the daily thread that we have in the group has really helped too, because that keeps me accountable. So I think this will get me into the habit of doing it every day.
I
I've also,
love that Passion Planner.
it's awesome.
I know. My boyfriend ordered me one for Christmas. I'm like always checking the mail every day. I'm like, is it here?
Yeah. I just got the PDF because it was free, but I do want one of those other ones.
Gazella, didn't you just reach Emerald?
I did.
Yeah.
My husband joined me, and at first he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that and try to get people to buy things. And I'm like, well, just do it to help me out. Yeah. And so now he's actually thinking of like going into the business part of it. So hopefully that'll work out.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mom, do you want to talk about that for a second? Just about like your spouses and like discount coaches and like how that can help you I think she's leaving. Mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. I have other people.
She was running away. I'm like, what the heck?
I have other people training people. Oh, okay. Did everyone get to? Do you want me to just talk about that?
Mom, can you move the screen down so we can see your mouth?
Oh.
I hate talking to like eyes.
Needy daughter.
Thanks.
Mom, just maybe quickly talk about it, and then everyone else can.
Oh, okay. When you're going through like this week and you're talking about inviting people, informing them, everybody has to remember, what your warm market. Don't forget about your family. Like Pat, I was the first coach that Pat signed up. It's like a lot of times, you need to reach out to like your mother, your spouse, or, to help you with the business and explain to them, you're helping them to try to get in better shape and healthy, but also they can help you with the business. And when you're signing up a coach, and if it's your spouse, I would recommend that you put them on your weak leg. And if you don't know what that is, you might not know if you don't have any coaches when you're looking at your graphical and looking at yourself and you don't have any coaches on either side. So you would want to ask your coach, because they can see your organization to tell you if you should put them on the left or right leg. And always, ask them, to help you set your preferred placement and the little red dotted guy. And if you're going to sign your spouse up, I would sign them up on your weak leg. And you don't have to understand why right now. It's for later on. It's like you can kind of make double the money once you get your spouse, like you get yourself to Emerald and Diamond, and then if you can get your spouse to help you to get to Diamond by making them maybe an Emerald. And I would put them on your weak leg. And anything else? Yeah. I mean, we could share the Coach Online Office to show it quick. Some people might have never even seen their what their organization looks like. Well, let's go. Did everybody get to introduce yourself? And we could do that quick after.
There's still like 6 people to go. 7.
Okay. Go go ahead. And we could share someone's, somebody that's not an Emerald. We could share their online office and show what it looks like, because maybe they haven't seen it.
Okay. All right, let's jump back into this and then we'll revisit that.
Okay.
How about Jamie Slaughterback? Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My biggest takeaway this week was probably expanding your network. I forget who said it about it's like a deck of cards, and once you have so much, like, what do you do then? And that's basically, up until now, I had only really invited like friends that I was already friends with on Facebook. And so this week I started to go on Instagram and invite people that I didn't know. And then once I got those messages, I think then my biggest takeaway was actually forming, and instead of just jumping right to sending them the link in that, actually spending some time and getting to know them. And it's actually worked out pretty well. I've got 2 people then this week. So that, I think, was my biggest takeaway.
Okay. That's a good one. I used to just send them the link, and then I got into like forming, and it's so much better. Who's next? Julie?
Hey guys, so my biggest takeaway from last week was Amy's video on organizing, and I just really like how she showed us her daily schedule. And then I got a new planner for this year, and so I've kind of been, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've kind of been writing out all my daily schedules and stuff of all the tasks that I have been doing so far this year every day. And then the other thing I liked about another one of Amy's videos was when she talked about when she is going through on a daily basis through her Facebook messages, if somebody else messages her back while she's still going through the other ones, that she doesn't automatically go to them. She just continues with her messages, and then at the end she goes back to the ones that have replied to her. And I tend to get distracted when I am following up with people, and then another person responds back to me, and then I tend to get distracted and go to them, and then the tendency is to forget about the other people that you're trying to follow up with. So I've really enjoyed all of Amy's organizational videos.
Thank you. I enjoy them too, Amy. I'm not that organized. Kristen?
Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, so the biggest thing I learned is I'm bouncing off a lot of people here, is priority and consistency. That's something that I really need to work on. I mean, last night at about 11:30, probably not a good hour to do that because I was tired anyway. I was creating a to-do list of things I need to do, so that's just a mini version. Oh, you can't even see it because it's white, but I have a set time of when I'm going to do invites. So about, before work, because me, Amy, and Laura talked in a chat last week about that, and probably during work. During it's slow because I have another job besides this, and before and after the gym and things like that. So I'm gonna fit everything in. I have a work planner that our company gives us. So I've been adding a lot of things into there and transferring over. I just don't have it with me. It's on my desk at work. I just feel that I need to keep on this in order to be successful. And I really haven't been being successful lately because at my job, the holidays are the biggest thing for us. And so it's trying to get everything done during the holiday time and even after. So that's not one of my strongest points right now. And I've been very anxious about that. So I feel like very overwhelmed. And I have to remember and keep in mind that it's about my pace. It's not going into it all at once.
hang in there. When I first signed up, like May, I signed up in March and then May hit, and May was my busy month, and I felt like I was getting so far behind on everything. And like even with these groups, I was like freaking out about it, but it comes together.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that I'm as successful as my friend Laura over there, and one day Amy maybe, but one day at a time.
Okay, Laura.
All right. Well, I'm glad to go after my lovely coach, Kristen. Thank you. I hope to be as successful as Amy one day, too. I'm in the group for my 2 coaches, so Ariel and Kristen, but I haven't been, active in the group. But I'm really glad that I got on this call, and I'm really proud of both of them for being on this call and doing everything they need to do for this training. And I don't really have much to say because I haven't been active in the group, but based on what other people have said, I just sent Amy a list of my goals because she asked us for them. And my number 1 goal is to get to Diamond by June. That would be 1 year. And my number 2 goal that I sent her was to be a leader for my 2 coaches. So for Ariel and Kristen right now, just to be there for them. And I just did a training with Ariel last night, kind of spur of the moment. We got on a Zoom call together and talked about how we conversate with people, and I wanted her to show her some of my own messages and see her conversations with people and how they're going. Is she following the script? Is she forming? And I know that that's something she said she wanted to work on. So just making sure that I'm a leader for my coaches is one of my goals. So I'm proud of them for being on the call. And I love the book, The Slight Edge. Out of all the professional development books or personal development books I've read, that has been my favorite book by far. So it's a good book for this group.
And I'm proud of you for being on the call as a leader to your coaches.
Yeah. And also with Beth talking about signing up your spouse, I know you're going to go back to that, but I can touch on that a little bit. I signed up my fiance within the first week, and I became Emerald within my first month of coaching. So if you haven't done that, I definitely recommend doing that, and I'm sure they'll go over more of how to do that. But I have a really, really strong leg on my left side, I think, from Amy, and everyone that Amy and all her coaches add is on my left leg. So I've been building my right leg, and he was the first coach that I put over there. And now I have Ariel and Kristen both over there, and they have both signed up their significant others. So we're doing it right. So they both just need 1 more coach to get to Emerald. And so if you guys do that, just sign up your significant other. You only need 1 more to get to Emerald. And that's a huge step in your business. And that's where you'll start making more money and stuff.
And Laura, if you just signed up 1 or 2 more coaches, then you would be a Ruby.
Yeah.
If they got to Emerald.
Yeah. Close. Go.
Nice.
That's all.
Thank you, Laura. Marty, is it Marty Elise? Is that? Sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
The biggest thing that I took away from the videos this week are the business hours and making the to-do list and showing up for your business hours. It's just something that I've lacked at. I do maybe 5-10 invites a day, but I've been slowly working up towards it and getting up earlier to do the business since my schedule's changed. So a lot of change has happened in the last month. So I'm working through that and developing my to-do list. I got a planner and I spent too much time decorating it. It's super cute, but maybe I should spend less time decorating with washi tape and more time inviting. But the planner is helping, and I use for my to-do list, I use Wunderlist because I don't have to write it out every day. It just repeats. And yeah, so it's unsweet.
Technology is natural.
Oh, as long as
oh. Thank you. And Tara. Is Tara on? No. Okay.
Okay. Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I was like.
No, that's okay. I'm try to figure out how to unmute myself. I guess the biggest thing I took away from last week was really consistency and doing basically baby steps. You know, taking it one step at a time and being consistent will get you where you need to be and where you want to be. With that, I've been trying diligently to keep up on my invites and my follow-ups and doing it on a daily basis. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, but you do what you can.
I agree. Okay, so I think we ran through everybody. Amy, Beth, do you want to like go over the signing up spouses?
Yeah, I'll do that. First, we have my coach on, Cassandra.
Oh, did I miss someone? I went down the list. Sorry.
You got on before, after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just got on a little bit late.
Yeah.
I just got home.
Would you like to share your biggest takeaways so far?
Sure. This past week, probably the video that Amy posted about being confident probably was the biggest one for me, because I've been good with like being confident with making all my invites and talking to people, but then actually like talking to people about Beachbody specifically has been a little. I spent so much time like talking to people and forming the relationship. And I was like, hey, maybe possibly check out this link if you're interested. So I've been a lot better at being like more forward with that kind of stuff and not second guessing myself, I guess. Yeah.
Good. And you're in the process of signing a coach up, right?
Yeah, right after this I have a call with him. So.
Oh, good. Good luck.
Thanks.
We'll be halfway to Emerald. That's exciting. Okay, did everybody else share? Okay.
I didn't go.
Oh.
Who?
Sorry, Annie. I skipped you.
I think my biggest takeaway this week was, because I've never done this group before, so I think going back, like when I first started getting to Emerald, I think Amy's video about business hours is really important, and just sticking to a to-do list and not getting sidetracked, because one of my biggest things is when I do my follow-ups, I'm looking at my notifications all the time. So just not doing that has already helped me improve with my follow-up. So not getting sidetracked.
Okay, good.
And I'm sorry, there's one more. Marie.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, girl.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm like in hiding because I'm in the dark. But anyways, I guess my biggest takeaway from this group, and I think I mentioned it on the diamond call, was, you know, I'm starting to actually make the videos, you know, like when it says make a video, and post those, because I feel like it's really helping me, instead of, you know, just writing down stuff, really helping me be a better leader. I also feel like I put a lot of time into this business, and I feel like I should be a little bit further along than I am. So becoming organized has really helped me. Each day I write out, you know, exactly what I'm going to do. I make a, you know, coaching perspective sheet. I've started, Alyssa suggested, you know, an interest sheet, and, you know, commenting on those people's photos, like on their Facebook page, has like really helped to help build those relationships, instead of just having I used to just have a lot of people make the free profile, and then, you know, I was like, oh, I added somebody today, and just kind of moved on. So that's kind of bad. So I'm just really working on getting organized. And I've also realized through my journey with this, it's been about like 15 months or something, a little bit over a year, that I don't really have a comfort zone anymore. I just kind of go for it and do it. And it's really made a difference. Instead of, I still second guess myself, but I just do it. For an example, I had a girl today from high school that I actually could have sworn if I had to write down 10 people that hated me, I thought she hated me. And she messaged me today like, wow, you're such an inspiration. And, you know, I love seeing your post. And I mean, still in my mind, every time I post them, I'm thinking like, I wonder who I'm annoying, but I just do it. And she was like, you know, I really, you're such an inspiration. And I would love to do PIO with you and join your group. And for me, that just really, I mean, I guess I can talk to anybody I don't know, and I can build all these relationships with people I don't know because that's easy. And now my biggest takeaway is that, you know, implementing all this training and having people that I do know that are seeing it, that's a big takeaway because it means more to me, I guess. So not more, but you know what I mean? It's helps with that weirdness that we all have inside. So it's kind of made it better, if that makes any sense. So just like people that you know, like noticing is helping. So that's really helped me personally in my business.
And did it take like about a year for people to start?
It did. And I remember even you, Beth, and Annie and Pat telling me, you know, people will come around and you plant those seeds and they're going to grow. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the world am I doing? You know, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm signing up my husband. I'm spending money on Shakeology. I don't even know what I'm doing, you know? And I just kept going, and I believed in it in my heart. And I just kept going and doing it. And it's just, it's really panned out, and it's really moving forward. So
that's a great example. Like Andrea and Amy had the same thing going on, you know, getting out of their comfort zone,
right,
and posting on Facebook what they were doing. And it took time and it was hard.
And I think I just started doing that. Like, you know, I mean, I'll work out and stuff, but I mean, I don't know if you guys probably notice because we're coaches and we're busy. We probably don't look at other people's stuff, but I mean, I'm posting my workouts all the time. You know, I'm posting what I'm doing in the challenge group. And this is, I mean, I've been a diamond for a while, but I don't feel like, I hate to say well-deserved diamond, but I just feel like I'm, now it's like people are really noticing, you know, you are working out, you are posting. I am inspiring people to change. I'm not, you know, and it's really making a difference. Because honestly, before, I mean, I was working out once a week maybe and drinking Shakeology here and there. And I've really made that shift the past couple of weeks, and people see that. And it's really, I mean, I was making like $30 a week, $40 a week. I mean, even as a diamond, because I became a diamond so fast, I didn't really have time to build my business. It just kind of happened and it was there. And now all of a sudden I'm, you know, $300-$400 a week out of nowhere because I'm showing what I'm doing, and I'm living what I'm saying, and I'm doing it, and I'm putting that out for others to see.
And it takes time that people, because you're consistent and
they need
over
to trust
time,
you.
Yeah, they think, oh yes, this is a fad, it'll go away. But over time, it doesn't. You know, you just keep going, and you're getting great results, and they're not. Right. They think they can do it on their own, and they're not. And after time, then what do they go?
It's like they're waiting. Yeah, it's like they're waiting for me to quit or give up, and I'm not. Right. And they see that, and it's like almost for a while I was waiting for myself to give up, and then all of a sudden nothing could stop me. You know, I was like, okay, so how much more am I going to do of this? And then now it's just full speed ahead.
And it's like Mary Beth and Elizabeth watched Andrea for how long before you said, oh boy, I better get on board?
Yeah,
a year.
I think I kept messaging her about it too.
I know. I mean, it takes about 6 months for customers to really follow you and see that you're not going to give up, because a lot of times, especially your close friends and your family, like they're watching you and they want you to fail. Like not all of them, but some of them do. And they just want to make sure that you're going to, you know, stick with it. So your customers, even if they're not liking your photos, and even if they're watching you, they're watching you, they're seeing what you're doing. And even now, like a year and a half in, like I'm having people come to me saying, I want to be a coach, which if somebody came to me, you know, a year ago and said that when I first started, like I would have fallen out of my chair, because I've gotten, you know, I started out, I had some of my close friends be like, what are you doing? And I just told them, this is something that I really love. I'm really passionate about it. And I'm gonna take this all the way. But it took me.
It took you a time. It took you a while because you cried a
it took
lot.
me a while. I cried. All right, I cried.
You'd cry and say they're so mean. You know?
I've been doing that this week though. Like, when do they stop being mean?
Never.
Like, I've been putting myself out there, since retreat, and like more. Like, you'll notice if you look at my stuff, I didn't post this weekend because, like, my closest friends have been so mean to me recently, and I just can't. Ew, am I crying? I just can't deal with it. It's annoying. Like, my text messages, and like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you being mean to me about it?
I had a really, really close friend say that I was like weird for posting things. And I just told her, I mean, this took me 2 years to inside of me that I really wanted to do this. And I held it in for 2 years. Like, I was on a cruise with Lindsay Matway in 2010. And I let what one other person say about me hold me back for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
got to a point where I was like, you know what? Like, I know I can be good at this, and I know that I really like this, and I know that these products had helped me lose, 20 pounds in 2 weeks. Like, I believed in it. I saw my brother was leaving his full-time job. Like, I was struggling financially, and I knew this was the answer, but I let like 2 people hold me back. And the only reason is because that they're jealous of you succeeding and you bettering your life, and you're doing something different. You're doing something different than, maybe like behind, like you're sitting at a desk all day long. But I don't want to wake up like 20 years from now and be miserable, fat, sad and depressed, and look back and think, why one person told me I was weird. And I just said, like, this is what I love to do. I emailed a couple of my friends and I was like, I'm going after this. Like, this is what I'm doing. And it makes me really happy. And the people that are really your friends, like, they're going to support you. They don't have to, not everybody's going to want to do this. And if they don't, then you just move on. But you just have to tell them that this is what you really like to do. And you have to think to yourself, like, if I didn't do this in 2 years, and 2 years from now, and I look back and I'm like, wow, like, I'm still where I am. You have to think of like Melanie Mitro said on the call today. Like, she had the exact same things happen to her. And she said, like, in 2 years, like, is this something that you look back and you're going to think, wow, like, I could have really made that work? Because that's how quickly this business goes. Like, look at Marie. I mean, a year in, like, she's making things happen. And that's what happened to me. Like, I was following all these top coaches in 2010. And I was sitting here, like, wishing that I was doing what they did, but I was held back by a couple of that. And finally, my husband, who's a complete red, like, no emotion at all. He's like, why the hell do you give a shit what other people think about you? Like, you are amazing. Like, just go after it. Like, everybody that supports you is your family. Like, and I mean, not like all my family supports me, but he's like, if you really want to do this, and this is coming from somebody who didn't want me to really do this. But he's like, the whole bottom line of like, why do you care what other people think about you? If you really like this and this makes you happy and you can be good at this and successful, like, you just can't, I mean, no matter what, people are going to talk, like, they're going to think something. So, now I'm getting people that are like somebody's wrote on my wall, you're an amazing inspiration. Like, they're sending me messages on Facebook. Like, I am just a normal person. Like, I am a mom. I like wake up, my kids, poop their diaper, I have to change it. Like, I'm the same person that everybody else is. And like, I'm getting these messages that people are saying, like, you changed my life. Like, that is amazing. And that's worth somebody calling me weird, I guess.
And Michelle Phillips had
Well
the same thing happen. Yeah, great. That's great. Michelle Phillips had the same thing happen. She was like really booming with her business.
You see that thing about the pizza? Was that the thing they did, like a 21-day, like, who can get the fattest or something? Is that the one you're talking about?
Well, just in general, Michelle Phillips' business, she was like really going after it. And she was, she was really, in the beginning when Alyssa was, she was right there with her. And then all of a sudden she kind of disappeared. And then, like 6 months later, like Shauna and her, like Alyssa got to Diamond like in 6 months. And then all of a sudden Michelle came back. It took her, it was like 9 months. Then she went after it with Shauna and became a Diamond. And then she shared that her sorority sisters were being mean to her. I mean, they were going, if we have to see you in one more workout outfit, so she kind of fell away. So meanwhile, Alyssa became a Diamond, like was going plowing along with her business, and she let those girls' comments hold her back, you know, until she got confident enough to say to them, this makes me happy. This is what I want to do. And if you don't like it, you can unfriend me. You know what I mean? It's like, and now she just is all, you know.
Yeah, and you just got to give it time. I mean, speaking of the negativity, I mean, like even our parents, you know, my dad was like, you know, I put you through pharmacy school and then, you know, you guys are selling DVDs. Like, what are you guys doing? You know, and it's just part of it, and it takes time, and people will notice your progress, and, you know, it'll just it'll get better. It just takes time.
You will cry, Mary Beth. Everybody does.
Eating away at me, like really badly this week. I'm like ready to break my iPhone. I just can't. Ugh.
Well, that's because you have such awesome results, you know. Probably like they're like, oh, she's
They have her in her bikini.
Okay, so how about if Laura, are you still on? Do you want to share your screen? Is Laura still on, or did she have to get off?
Not on.
Okay. Let's see. Who has just has like a couple coaches on one leg and then a bunch of coaches? Oh, Mary Beth, how about you? Okay.
You want me to share mine?
Yeah.
Okay, let me log in.
You signed up your boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
On your weak leg? Okay, good.
Yeah.
We got her in tears.
I've definitely cried one too many times. My coach hates
I like feel stupid about it. Like I'm crying about it, and I don't even know why.
Well, everybody
because I forgot who told, like, you're so passionate, like Brittany Miller, I think, like Mike was saying one time, like, we're so passionate about what we do. Like we are, like, if you're crying because you care about this, like it makes, you've lost 30 pounds with these programs and these products, and you're helping people, and you're passionate about it. And it hurts when people that you're close with say something negative about it. And I'll tell you one thing, like the people that are closest to you are the people that, like, everybody experiences that those are the people that sort of, they see you as a certain way. And when you're changing, they're like, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know, like they kind of want to stop you before you get started. But if you keep going with it, like, you're going to inspire them.
Yeah. And like, honestly, like Pat posted something yesterday. It was like some cartoon that was like, why do you care what people post on Facebook? And then today I woke up and I like went about my day, and then I listened to like the national wake up call, and it like all just drove it home. And then tonight I'm dealing with text messages, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, it's like all hitting at a good time, but all right.
Like, listen, guys, I'm leading a call of very important people, and I don't have time for you.
All right, share my screen. Hit share screen.
Yep.
Got it. Oh. Can you see it?
Yep.
Is this the one that you wanted?
Yep.
Okay. Now.
Let's just bring it up a little bit. So, let's go back. I don't know if everybody even knows how to get into this. So, once you get on your Coach Online Office, go back to maybe your homepage. You see that up on the top right?
Oh, sorry. I went to this.
That's okay.
I don't know why it's going so slow. Okay.
Okay. So once you sign into your Coach Online Office, this is your home page, and you can look down on my downline over on the left and see like how many coaches you have in your downline. So this is cool. Mary Beth has 51 coaches in her downline, which means on her left and right leg. And you've signed how many coaches? Personally? 3. So she's personally sponsored 3 coaches, but she has 51 coaches in her downline. So this is the magic of the multi-level. So it's team building, coaches helping you build your organization. And then you can always look at your alerts and see the coaches that are added in your organization. I always like to click on that, on the 2 coaches. Yep. And now that, you know, some of you are Emerald or have one coach. So if one of your, good job, Elizabeth. Whoa, she signed.
Yeah.
She signed. Elizabeth is working for Mary Beth. I mean, she's helping Mary Beth. Mary Beth's helping her too. But I mean,
You're welcome.
Yeah. So now we'll go in and look at her organization, and this will make more sense. So you go into My Business, My Downline, and then over to Graphical. So if you haven't done this, everyone should look at your organization. So there's Mary Beth on the top, and then she has a bunch of coaches on her left leg, and that's her strong leg, and that's where Elizabeth has put some coaches and other people have put some coaches. Just go back up a little bit to where your name is there. Okay, so see Julia, I guess it is. Click on her, would you? Because that is a coach. Okay, there's Julia. Then you can look up on the top and view her details. Okay, Andrea put that coach under Elizabeth. Okay, so we can get out of that. I wanted to show that's part of the team building. And the only coaches for you that you haven't gotten to Emerald yet, you need to personally sponsor one coach on your left leg and one coach on your right leg. And then, but there'll be other coaches in your organization, in your downline on your left and right leg. And sometimes it's confusing for coaches wondering where they came from. But it's your coaches in your upline, like Andrea is above Mary Beth, Elizabeth is above Mary Beth. So if they're putting a coach on their left leg, Mary Beth's on their left leg, they're going to go down to the bottom of her left leg. And Mary Beth's weak leg is her right leg. And you can see she's personally sponsored the PS. She's personally sponsored 2 coaches on her right leg. And let's see, Jared, is that your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Is it fiance or boyfriend?
Don't push it, Beth.
Okay. All right, sorry.
Wait, let me turn my computer up. Say that again? No.
Okay. So she signed her boyfriend, or you can sign your spouse on your weak leg, and that's what she did. And she has one personally sponsored coach on her right leg, on her left leg. Let's go down and find your coach over there. So all these other coaches were added by either the coaches that are in her downline or coaches above her. Oh, there's Elizabeth. Elizabeth is below her. Okay.
Which one do I hit? This one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's my other one.
Okay, so this is her other coach she signed, Chelsea, because it has that PS on it. Oh, you got a lot of action going on. That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's go back up to the top. Go to the top. So when Mary Beth signs coaches, she'll click on, because her left leg's so big, she'll click above her name there. It says go to bottom left, and it'll bring her down to the bottom of her left leg. And then that's where she would set her preferred placement. If she wanted to put a coach, she'd put it on the outside left, and she would click that and turn it red. But since she already has a coach on her left leg, she's really working on her weak leg. So you can go back up to the top. Does everybody know how to set their preferred placement? Yes, thumbs up.
Maybe just show them just in case.
Okay, so let's go down. Let's go down under Jared. You can just click that one. Yeah, if you click that one, it says if you wanted to set the preferred placement to that spot, which she wouldn't normally, but just to show you, if you click OK, it'll turn red. So when you sign up a coach, you just give them your link, your coach link, and the way that they're placed in your organization is wherever you set.
I've done that before.
Yeah. It's wherever you set your preferred placement. So wherever the little dotted red guy is. So a lot of you might look at yourself and not have any coaches on your left and right leg. So you would, sign one on your left leg, you turn it red, sign your coach up, And then, you know, always work with your own coach to make sure they check and make sure they're in the right spot. And then you would go to your other leg and you would set the little dotted blue guy to red when you sign up your next coach.
And you never, when you're signing a coach, she would always want to go on her right leg to the far outside right of Jared, like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
She would never want to sign a coach on the inside left leg of Grace, because if you just hover over that, because that is Grace's weak leg, and you never want to go on the inside of your downline, because if Grace goes inactive, which she is, and she's not going to build the business, then that coach is sort of there by itself.
It's like a dead zone. So no one's going to help your coach build the one strong leg. So when you're looking at Mary Beth, just think of your organization as the outline of a Christmas tree. So you're either going to build to the bottom outside left or to the bottom outside right. So when you do that, you're helping your coaches have a strong leg. Like if Mary Beth signs her next coach under Jared, she's helping Grace and Jared when she puts a coach on her outside right. If she put a coach on Grace's left leg, she'd be cutting Jared out of it. The points for team cycling, which I don't know if you watched the video, but if you watch it again, it might make a little more sense now. It would only go to Grace and Mary Beth, so you would be cutting Jared out. So by always building to the bottom outside of either leg, you're going to help everyone on your team all the way up to yourself and up above. So, that's the reason that you build outside left or right. And then you set your preferred placement depending on which leg you want to put your coach on. And then all the other coaches that's part of your residual income. Like when you looked at Mary Beth's downline on her homepage, she's signed 3 coaches, but she has 51 coaches. So I don't really want to get into that, right now, but if you want to watch the video on team cycling again, and where you can find these videos is, let's go up to the top. Okay, in the news and training. So you go to your coach online office, and then you go over to news and training. Then you go down to Coach Training Academy. Now we've sent you a lot of these videos, but this is where you can watch them again for yourself. And I would recommend watching the Business Basics. There's four videos there, which were in Coach Basics, but it's always good to watch them more than once, because you've got to think of yourself, once you get yourself to Emerald, you're going to be helping your coaches sign coaches too. So those 4, and then the How to Earn, there's 5 videos. Click on the How to Earn. So these are really good videos if you haven't watched these already. How to earn bonuses and commissions as a coach. And then the team cycling, once you've ranked advanced to Emerald, it's kind of when you look at that graphical and see your coaches on your left and right leg, that's what he's talking about, and how you earn. So you open up that other way to earn besides the commissions from customers and the bonus from challenge packs. Once you become an Emerald, then you have the team cycling. And then this is a good how to advance and rank. It just goes over once again how to get from coach to Emerald to Ruby to Diamond. And then Success Club. Sometimes coaches are a little confused about that. It kind of goes over it again and the benefits of Success Club. And that's about all I have for today. Anybody else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we covered
I don't
everything.
want to overwhelm. That's enough. I don't want to get you overwhelmed.
Did you want me to show my list quickly or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, flash it up. That was good. I'm slightly envious. I was like, ooh, I want to make that.
I know I've been super ambitious this week. So first I got this from Super Saturday. She had a list with her top 10 of people that she helps. And then as they kind of become inactive or fall off or say they're not interested, she can just erase them quickly off of the dry erase board. I also have, I know it's small and you can't see, but potential people who have said like maybe or check back in. I keep them listed here. I have a list of my coaches. So I have my right leg and left leg to help me keep that organized and who I can focus on. My inactive coaches, and then people who've said maybe about coaching, I keep down here. And then on top of that, so my goals, I made my yearly goal. I'll zoom in.
Nice.
I have 2-star diamond.
Nice.
Earn the free trip, which I just signed up for today. I want to weigh 110 to 115.
Nice.
And then I want to make $1,000 a week.
Nice.
So ambitious goals.
Yeah.
But then from there, I had to break it down to my monthly goals. So I need to, in order to have those big things happen, I need to get Success Club every month because that will help pay for my trip. That will help get me my coaches. That will help grow my business, commissions, everything else. So Success Club is like a must. I put 2 new coaches a month on there, which will help keep growing my business as well. Help 1 or more personally sponsored coaches rank advance, which as of right now, I have 11 personally sponsored coaches, but none of my coaches are Emerald. So I can't rank advance until I help them. So that's huge, is making sure that you're not only doing what you need to, but helping your coaches get to where they need to be. So that's on my list. And then for the month, lose 5 to 8 pounds, which will help me get to the other goal. Then break it down to each week. And each week I need to get 5 people on a coach thread. So that's a lot more than I've ever had, but it's a goal. Sell 1 to 2 challenge packs each week, which will help me get to the Success Club, and lose 1 to 2 pounds each week. To break it down further, this was me last night at like midnight.
I like it.
I did it each week. So this was for January. And I did week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then just the total month, the goals at the bottom. So Success Club, 2 coaches, the rank advance, and then pounds lost I can fill in.
So how'd you do the first week? Let's see.
So the first week, coach thread, I only had 1 person on the coach thread.
Okay.
Challenge packs, I sold 2.
Nice.
The pounds lost, I lost 2.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
You can tell you're a teacher.
I know. I was just going to say
I
that.
got 2 coaches. So.
Wow.
I love that.
And now week 2, I'm on. And I just put the little boxes next to it so I can just check them off as I go.
Oh my God, it's so awesome. Can you take pictures of it and post it in the group?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. I think that's awesome. I think we talked about those, like breaking them down on our call on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I know it was on the wake up call and at the Super Saturday they talked about it a lot. Oh, and while I'm on Super Saturday, there was one other thing I want to share with everyone. One of the coaches that was there, she was a 15-star diamond. She's been in the business for a while now, but she says she tells every single one of her new coaches to reach out to at least 10 people of their closest friends and family members.
Right.
And she's like, just be straightforward and honest and just say, hey, like mom, dad, so-and-so. I just signed up to coach. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to be drinking Shakeology. I'm going to be doing the 21-day fix or whatever workout program. And it would really help me if you could do it with me. Would you mind helping me out and drinking the Shakeology with me or doing this workout program with me? And she says in the past couple of years that she's started doing this, every single one of her coaches has had success with it. She's had a couple coaches reach Emerald within that first week. She had one sign up 3 coaches before she even received her package in the mail. So I wish I did this, but I just wanted to throw it out there because it could be something that you might want to think about doing. Because if it's your closest friends and family, even though, yes, those are the people who are the big haters, they also are the people who want to support you. So,
I think that's awesome.
Elizabeth, you did that in the beginning. Like one thing that she did was she went through her friends list on Facebook and sent everybody a message that she was doing the program or the coaching. Then she got her sister, her mom, signed up her dad. Like, and that's how I got to Diamond. I honestly signed up my husband, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And then
I signed up like 4 people.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really work your warm market, I mean, a lot of people can, like you said, get to Emerald. Like I did it in a day. So I signed up my husband and I signed up my sister. I was at Emerald. Pat turned around, asked me to be a coach, and I said, okay, you're gonna be a coach. And then he was a coach, and Pat was an Emerald in a day, and I was an Emerald in a day. I mean, it seems a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people can get at least one, maybe 2, and get yourself to Emerald and get on a roll to get your cycling going, get your points accumulating. So the one other thing I was going to say, that's great, Elizabeth. The one other thing is on there that now that you're like shooting for the diamond and you're looking for those 2 emeralds, have you like pinpointed a couple coaches on each side that you really want to mentor one-on-one and you really help them get to Emerald by opening their eyes to, do you have a family member? Okay.
Well, so this is where my problems are coming. So I have Lauren, who's my cousin. She signed up, one of the first people. I've been working with her. She's actually in this Emerald group. She's having problems with her computer, so she couldn't get on.
Okay.
But she's one that I've been focusing on a ton. And I started a private message thread with me and a couple of my good coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa is another one. I just signed her up recently, and I know she's going to rock it. She's been super involved. She keeps asking me tons of questions.
Okay.
But she's new. So she's on my left, and Lauren's on my right.
Oh.
And then the other people on my left are my sister, who's like flaky, my mom, who isn't really into it, and then a discount customer or discount coach. So
I'll help you work with those 2 coaches that you pinpointed and share this with them and really get them on that.
And then I have my dad on my right leg, which is the one that I created. It's my account, but with his information. So I can get him to Emerald, no problem, but then it's my left leg. So I'll get there. It's just a matter of when.
So maybe they can, you can help them reach out to their 10 warm market.
Mm-hmm. I'm working on it.
Everybody's got a mother that has to sign up for them.
Yeah, it took you.
I took my mom, so my sister can't.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like how you even broke it up into like each week, because I could
pounds.
It's just I'm such a person who yes, the writing down your daily whatever your to-do list. I'm a huge list person, but I also like just having a visual to be check, check, check. And I keep it taped at the base of my bed so I can see it all the time and keep me on track.
If you're in your bed getting ready to eat a cookie.
Yeah, that's my vision boards under there too, with all these skinny girls.
I know, you gotta show a picture of that. I saw that.
I'll post it in the group.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I always say I had one when I first started. I had my goals on my fridge. So every time I'd open the fridge, I'm
You'd have a fist in the refrigerator that comes out and punches you.
That's actually pretty clever.
Slaps your hand.
All Team Blue members have huge black eyes.
Okay.
All right, back on track. All right. It's 10 o'clock.
I know, sorry, that was a really long call, but it was a good one.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good.
I'll post the recording. I don't know if my mom loves to come up with inventions. You're gonna come up with that. She came up with this sock invention one time and broke our dryer.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. You know how you lose socks? So I had them all on a string with like little clips. Then you had to clip them all on. But it was too long, and it tied up everybody's clothes and ruined
Oh my God.
like all her stockings and everything.
Yeah. She was an entrepreneur at a young age, but was awful at it.
I love her life. I want your life.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for getting on the call. And Mary Beth for hosting it.
Yeah.
I know. It was my first time.
Good. Did a good job. All right, everyone. See you next week.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.